Today we're going to be asking, what is a political issue? So what has politics often meant in the past? Well, when we've talked about politics, it's often been about how rulers, or those in charge, form and maintain their countries. So this would mean that, for example, cavemen would have no politics. And normally, the goal of rulers is to maintain power. So largely when we look at politics in the past, that's what we're talking about. Okay, great. So politics, no cavemen, how those in power keep power. All right, I think we're done here. Whoa, wait, hang on. Apparently the world has changed? Okay, so the world has changed apparently. So for one, we have globalization now. We have international institutions, such as the United Nations, that work together, and this wasn't a thing in the past. We have issues such as climate change that affect everybody globally. And we have multinational corporations, such as Amazon and Apple and Starbucks, that have an effect on the political sphere. Okay, so where does this leave us with what a political issue is? Well, the IB helpfully say that a political issue is any question that deals with how power is distributed and how it operates within social organizations and how people think about, engage in their communities in the wider world on matters that affect their lives. Okay, but what does that actually mean? That makes no sense whatsoever. Okay, so let's look at a topic. So the topic we're going to take is COVID-19. Now, as a topic itself, we could study this in biology, in ESS, in economics. It's not a political issue. So how do we make it a political issue? Well, let's look at some questions we might have from some of the different levels of analysis. So for example, the global level, why has the World Health Organization failed to enforce COVID-19 protocols? So in order to answer this, we would look at the structure of the UN, we would look at the power that the UN has in terms of making legislation and the relationship the UN has with its member states. At an international level, why have developed countries been hit so badly from COVID-19? So here to answer this, we would look a bit at development, what we mean by developed. We would look at possible reasons in terms of the government responses, why, for example, the USA and the UK have very high death rates. At a regional level, we might look at how difficult has it been for ASEAN to formulate a response to COVID-19. So here again, we'd look at the structure of ASEAN, we'd look at the different members, their motivations, and what ASEAN has tried to do during this crisis. On a national level, how has the Indonesian government responded to this pandemic? So what legislation has the Indonesian government passed? What opposition have they faced, etc.? At a local level, has political conflict caused East Java to become the epicenter in Indonesia? So we'd look at the political structure in Indonesia, why there appears to be conflict between, for example, between East Java and Surabaya, and that's how we'd answer that question. And at a very basic community level, how will poverty issues in Surabaya be affected by the pandemic? So we might look at organizations and charities that are trying to help those in need during this. We'd look at their effectiveness, how they interact with the local government. So that is how we would turn a topic into political issues. So now to go back to the IB's definition again. A political issue is any question that deals with how power is distributed and how it operates within social organization and how people think about, engage in their communities and the wider world on matters that affect their lives. So, as you can see, the things highlighted in red, they're the really key points of this quote. How power is distributed, for example, the WHO, or in East Java, how people think about and engage in their communities and the wider world. So we could look at how charities are responding to COVID-19 on matters that affect their lives. We can all agree that COVID-19 has affected everyone's life. Okay, So by now, you should be ready to go away and find some political issues of your own. But one more thing. In DP Global Politics, a political issue must be contemporary, i.e., it must have happened in your lifetime. So remember that when you're searching for things to talk about. Okay, come on dogs, let's go and have a walk.